Hello, Explorer fans. Welcome to the new season of SportsLine. I'm your host, Anthony Giacometti.
And I'm Carrie Corrado, and we have a lot to cover, so why don't we get started?
We begin with field hockey. LaSalle has not defeated the Towson Tigers since a 2-1 win in 2000. Last Wednesday, the Explorers traveled to Baltimore trying to end the losing streak. LaSalle and Towson were knotted at 1-1 until the 45th minute, when the Tigers scored 3 straight goals to make the score 4-1. LaSalle pulled within 2 on a Beth Carey corner, but the Explorers came up short in their comeback, as Towson was victorious 4-2. LaSalle's Emma Ruth made a season-best 10 saves on the afternoon, but the Tigers outshot the Explorers 21-8 on that same afternoon.
LaSalle looked not to fall 0-4 on Saturday, a record of the Explorers haven't had since before 2003. The game was tied 1-1 in overtime when LaSalle's Lindsay Fry found the back of the net to give the Explorers their first victory of the season. Final score, LaSalle 2, Robert Morris 1. The Explorers held a 23-9 shot advantage against the Colonials, as well as a 14-6 corner advantage.
The Explorers faced an old foe in Appalachia State on Sunday. Their last meeting was in 2006. The Explorers were victorious in a 2-0 victory. LaSalle got on board early and often against the Mountaineers as Beth Carey, Neelam Kumar, and Janelle Pakovich all scored for the Explorers as LaSalle cruised to the 3-1 victory. Senior Emma Ruth allowed 1 goal for her second consecutive game as she had 6 saves on the afternoon in the victory. LaSalle will remain the Road Warriors for 1 more week as they face VCU and Longwood this upcoming weekend.
All right, and moving on to the hardwood, volleyball participated in the Memphis Invitational this past weekend in Tennessee. The Explorers opened the tournament against the Air Force Falcons. LaSalle was searching for their first win against the Air Force in their only meeting in 1981. The Falcons were victorious 3-0. The Explorers scored 43 points throughout their sets as the Air Force cruised to a 3-0 victory. In the loss, Samantha Tolinski led the Explorers with 6 kills and 12 digs. Laura Noga also contributed with 6 kills and 5 digs.
The Explorers then prepared for a long day on Saturday as they played back-to-back matches. In match 1, the Explorers faced the host team, the Memphis Tigers. The Explorers were overmatched, but they did their best to keep close with the Tigers. The Explorers dropped the first 2 sets by a score of 25-13, but led the third set 19-18. Memphis would then go on a 6-1 run and seal the victory and the sweep of the Explorers. Final score, Memphis 3, LaSalle 0. Courtney Clark had 20 assists on the afternoon, and Kelly Scanlon had 7 kills in the loss.
In their final match of the tournament, LaSalle looked to salvage a victory against the Tigers of Tennessee State. The first 2 sets were similar to a heavyweight fight as each team exchanged blows. The Tigers were victorious in both sets. LaSalle won their first set of the tournament as they finished the set on a 6-2 run, but the Tigers won the final set as the Explorers were swept into the Invitational. Final score, Tennessee 3, LaSalle 1. Brianna Malinsky had 39 digs of the weekend and was named to the all-tournament team. Volleyball will head to the Eastern PA to play in the Lafayette Invitational this week.
It's time for a quick break, but when we return, we'll check out how men's soccer did against Lehigh this weekend.
And don't forget, later in the show, I will be sitting down with Jackie Milicevic of the volleyball team.